Hi guys, how's it going? So in this lab, we're going to create a virtual machine with Azure, and we're going to connect to it via our remote Windows desktop. And so here we go. So first, make sure you're in your Azure portal, and you can either click on virtual machines or just search for virtual machine and click on it, and then click on create Azure virtual machine. Then you don't have any resource groups in here, so just create one. We'll call this, and I think I made, give me a second. Yeah, I made a couple of, okay, so just call this RG1. Where is it? All right, and the virtual machine, we'll just call it lab user. Yep. And we'll leave it at East US2 availability zone. We will choose a standard virtual machine, just a basic one. Um, you could choose whichever you want depending on your needs. I'll just leave it at Windows. You could choose Linux, whatever you want to connect to. I'll leave everything else the same, and I will call this lab user. Yep, and I think the password I'll use the same. Yep, and just copy and paste the same thing here. Ah, crud. All right. Okay, I will leave everything as it is and confirm. Sometimes people forget this, so we'll just click review and create, and then it will look through everything. And normally, if we leave this on for the whole month, it's going to cost us $70 per month, but we're going to keep it on for a couple of minutes, so we will not even be charged um, 0.09 per hour because we're just leaving it on for like a minute or two. So we just hit create, and this will take a while to deploy. So yeah, you can just skip to the end or just skip to the part where it's done. Is it done? No, it's not done yet. Okay, so deployment in progress. This usually takes a while, so just be patient, and when it's done you can see it soon. Okay, so you can see everything that was being created. The Yeah, and refresh. All right, while it's deploying, we can go to resource groups and we'll see that um, Azure created its own resource group for us, and this is the one that we created. And so if we look in here, we'll see everything that has been deployed or is being deployed still. You can see our virtual machine is here. We have our public IP address. We have our security group, virtual network, and yeah, so this is a virtual machine. This is the hard disk that has been created, network user interface, basically. And so when it's done, we're going to log into this. So let's just give it a few minutes. Okay, so the resource group has been successfully created. So we'll just click on virtual machines. We can close this. Status not ready. Let's refresh this. Let's just refresh Azure portal. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just continue and see if there's any hiccups. Okay, so this is a public IP address, and basically you can see everything else here. So now to connect to it, we would just go to Windows. We can can just click on Windows and then search for what do we search for? Remote desktop. Oops. Yes, remote desktop connection. This should pop up, and when it pops up, just copy your public IP address. Just hit copy and then paste it. And I'll say just normally just call this lab user because that's the name we give it, right? And just connect. It will ask for the password, so we'll just put in the password that we used first. Password 123 dot, and then just say yes. And your virtual machine is launched. So just open. So I'm using a second desktop, that is why this is longer, so the aspect ratio is messing up a bit, so you'll see that it's longer, but it's working. We're connecting to a new remote desktop somewhere on Azure's cloud, so just give it a second. Okay, we can turn all these off because we're not really going to use anything here, and we don't plan to keep this on. And then just do next, accept. Yeah. Just a moment. And we have our Windows desktop. Okay. So then, again, because I am using a different desktop, I have to scroll down, but you can see you have your, just close this, and let's open it ourselves. So you can do whatever you want on this as if you have a brand new PC, and say, give me a second. What's this? This is why we always just download Chrome because it's annoying. So let's just do google.com and voila, you have a, yep, you have a virtual machine that you can use to do whatever you want. And if you ever need to disconnect, just come here. And then since we're done using this, we can shut down. So just do, sorry. So just come down here and shut down. You could also just like click on the X and just close the whole thing, but it won't be shut down, and then you can just log in back in again. So since we're done, we can stop. If we're going to, if you want to use this later, you can just click on stop, and that way it won't be it won't charge your account. Well, it will charge your account, but it will, I mean, I think it's cheaper. So you can have like a virtual machine running, but if you stop it over here, it will just charge you cheaper. but we want to just shut everything down. So we'll just go, so you can just come to resource group and then find the resource group because everything else is in the resource group. So we'll just click on this resource group and then we'll hit delete resource group, and it should delete everything that's in here. Yes, delete. But also don't forget that Azure created its own resource group, this one. So you also need to delete this resource group as well. So just click this. Normally you should just wait for one to finish deleting before the next. Either way, it's going to take pretty long. So yeah, again, just be patient, wait for it to finish, or just do both at the same time and just wait and make sure that everything is completely deleted. So I will I'll just stay on this video. It's going to run long, so you can skip to the end and see when we check to make sure that we don't have any resource running that's going to charge our account. Okay, so we're just going to sit here and wait. Okay, so you can see the one with few resources in there. This one is gone. You can see if we go to resource groups, you can see that one is gone, which means it's been fully deleted. Because we had a lot more things running in RG1, the one we created, so it's taking a bit more time, so you have to wait. Okay, so you can see we have no more resource groups, and you can see this is still showing, so just refresh Azure and you can see everything is gone. So normally if you still have stuff running, you will see them over here. Our subscription is just subscription, it's not going to deduct anything. So if you say see all, you see nothing else is running here, and so you will not be billed. And that is how to create a virtual machine and connect to a virtual machine with Windows remote desktop.